Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and go over here into facilities, guest facilities. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves the East Asia shop. So we have the large, the small, and the medium. Okay, so does it only have the one shop? We have room for the one shop? No, I know this. Okay, so this one has room for 2. Okay, so that's a little big. Of course, what we could do is we could go over here to path, align to grid, make it here, and then extend this by 1. And that would make more room. I like that. Let's go ahead with that. Let's go ahead and grab our large shell. And then we're going to put this bad boy down, right? So we'll go ahead and put that there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab 2 things. We're going to grab an information center. Information centers are super handy because not only do they raise education, they're a great source of funding. Okay, come on, come on. Why do you not want to do the thing? What are you doing? Gabe, what are you doing? Okay, so we have our information shop open, which is nice. And then we're also going to go ahead and I think we should go ahead and put some merchandise in. Let's go with Hats Fantastic, because I like seeing the novelty hats. They're so funny. Okay, so now what we've done is we've set this up, and now we're going to do a couple things. First off is we're going to actually add a trash can across from each of these, because I found it limits the amount of chances of trash like showing up in exhibits and stuff. So facilities, go back over here to bins, go ahead and set up our trash cans, one across from you, and I'm going to go ahead and set this one up next to you. And now I just kind of try to ensure that there are trash cans roughly everywhere, because, like, the guests, they're so messy in this game. I don't know why they're like this. Alright, so we have these, and the other thing we're going to do is we're actually going to we're going to do something very specific. We're actually going to hire a second vendor for each facility, because these guys get overworked super fast. So we're actually going to hire 2 vendors. One to replace each one. And so now we have our 4 vendors here, right? We are going to go over here into facilities. We're actually going to get ourselves staff room small. Because basically that way we can make this staff room just for our vendors. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into zoo, we're going to go into staff management work zone, and we're going to make one just for the vendors. And this will be guest facilities. I think I spelled facilities right. And if I didn't, I really don't care that much. And assign everybody to guest facilities. And then we're going to go into this guest room, right? We're going to go into the staff room, And our perks, we are actually going to go down here and we're going to pick staff PR course, because that means that when our guests interact with our vendors, they're going to be so much happier. Yeah, so that's been a nice little expansion. We should probably go check on our peacocks, though. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Let's make sure everyone's healthy. Make sure we still have 9 peacocks. Make sure nobody's added to the population. And each one of our animals looks to be doing really, really well. And changing the food quality has definitely helped them a ton, so they're super happy. Now, we should probably also put in a restroom, so that could be the other thing we put here. Unless we wanted to... Actually, what I'm thinking we could do is we can make this like a nice little guest section. So if we go ahead and grab this and move this out of the way, what we can do is we can actually take this path, align to grid, and then make a section, basically. I wish it didn't do that. And so now what we do is we have this nice little section, and then we make room. So we're going to go ahead and make that there, and then we put the restrooms as well as a dining hall, like a dining option there. So we're going to go ahead and take these bad boys out real quick, get these out of the way. Put them on like the edge or something. Okay, so now we've got this nice little guest area, but no one's going to come back here until we get stuff back here. So we're going to go to facilities, we're going to go back over to guest facilities, and we're going to get a large shell and a restroom. We're going to go ahead and get the Asian restroom. We're going to go ahead and put you down right there. And now we have a guest restroom, which is really handy. Because the other thing we're about to do... Oh, we're also going to go ahead... Oh, the inspector left. I wonder how we did. Oh, hey, our education went up. They must have really liked what we did. Or maybe just the fact that I've got so many peacocks now. That might be it. Alright, so we've gone ahead and put a restroom down. We're going to go ahead and pop over real quick and put a bin down. Because you never know when you're going to need a bin. Put a bin down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to guest facilities, go over to merchandise, and grab our shells. Because we have hats, fantastic, right? But we also need food. I think food would be a great place for us to make some additional revenue and just, you know, take care of our guests, make them want to keep coming back. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to drink stalls. And we have our options. But I think I'm going to go with... Let's go with water. Let's be healthy. Let's like, make a healthy thing. Fun fact, I'm allergic to soda. Okay, so we have Pip Shot water, which is nice. We're going to have a nice water stand. And then we're going to go ahead over here and grab food stalls. And let's pick something nice. Something... Excelente, Missy Good, Monsieur Fries Pizza Pen. How about... I've never, like, had Maxilente. Oh, it's like... Oh, it's Mexican food. That's kind of funny. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to go get more bins because, again, people are slobs if you're not careful. We're going to put one right here, and we're going to put one right here. We're also going to go over to financial, and we're going to actually put down ATMs because even if guests, you know, don't use them, they complain that they're not there. So we're going to go ahead and put these next to the restroom like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put one here. Go ahead and grab another one. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and keep these, like, keep it standard the way it is. Do this, and then we're gonna go over to benches, because we're on East Asia, and then we can use the other ones. Oh, look at that! We've got this perfect little, like, guest dining area. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and go back over. Oh, I need to make sure we hire extra vendors as well to keep our... We're going to go ahead and put you in guest facilities and you in guest facilities, but then I'm going to go over work zones, edit work zone to include these, that, these, hey. Make sure that's all part of guest facilities. And so that way everybody is super taken care of and ready to go. Oh, I'm loving how this zoo is turning out. Not only do we have this nice little guest area, but we've got our little Indian peafowl. So now it's time to go ahead and do all of our decorations here. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. What if we... Oh, I've got an idea. What we could do is we could push this back a little bit. Because I saw the, you know, those little panda statues, and those are really cute. So let's go ahead and go over to construction, go over here, and grab... Oh, they have red pandas. I don't know. I kind of like the pandas. Go ahead and put the panda down, right? And then we can go right back to nature and go over to trees and get bamboo. I think that'd be really fun. Oh, look at the little panda. Look how happy they are. And then we could go ahead and just... How about these cute little red flowers? I love these. I'm sorry. They're just so perfect. Here we go. Because, like, look at this. Look at this perfect little zoo. Oh, I love this. You know, I think it's about time we actually consider adding another animal. Let's go ahead and poke around in animal trading and see what we've got available to us. I'm going to go ahead and reset these filters. Now, I like aardvarks in theory, but in practice, they're kind of difficult to maintain in a zoo setting. You know, the Aldabra giant tortoises are also really nice because you can also have guests go in their habitat. Why don't we just go for cash animals right now? African wild dogs, those are fun. That's a Barabuso. I've never had a Barabuso before. These are the beautiful striped babies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and actually pick up a couple. Okay, so I want a female with some good genetics in her. You look nice. I'm taking you. And now we need to pick you a nice mate so we can get some healthy babies. I like him. I think you two are going to have some nice genetics. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to the quarantine while I work on your habitat. I've never worked with tapirs before, so I think I'm actually going to pause the game really quick so I can work out their habitat. Natural habitat. Okay, so they need a little bit of water. Water we can do. And they don't need deep water. They just need like a paddling pool. And the land requirement is not super huge. We're going to do a sneaky play here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to shoot out a little bit behind and then make the access point come out the back of the village. Gives us an accessible place to put in our water treatment and our power. Because the thing is, while power is being provided by the guest entrance, water treatment is not. And in order to make sure that the tapirs stay healthy, especially considering they require a water component, we actually need to make sure the water is being treated. Okay, so there is that. And now I'm going to go back to the Zupeia and see what they're... Okay, grade 2. So basically there are 3 grades of barrier. There are 5, I mean. And basically, 6 actually. Basically, the grade is just how resistant to damage it is. For example, like, if I put the tapirs in a hedge, they could break right through it. They have a resistance of 3. So what I'm actually going to do is, I think wood has a resistance of 3, and I quite like the look of wood. It's too bad they don't have, like, a classy stone. Like, the gabion is kind of cool looking, but it doesn't really match the vibe I have going here, so I'm going to go ahead with just wood. So we're going to go ahead and put our first post in, and then again, just like we did with the peacocks, we're going to just walk it along the line. Oh, that's not too bad at all. So now we're going to go ahead and delete our guidelines. Take a look at our handiwork. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the workshop. I'm actually going to edit this object. Take these walls out. Move this out so we can get an extra, like, path coming out of there. Go ahead and go into paths, staff path, make it a small path, because then we can squeeze it out like that. Go ahead and make sure that's fine like that. Okay, now we're going to go overhead into barriers, go into habitat gate. Because it's a higher resistance, I'm going to go ahead and use a steel one. Just because, you know, don't want them escaping or nothing. Go back to paths, go back to staff path. There we go. Now it's connected up, and this should be a valid habitat. It is. I'm gonna go ahead and name that after the animal. Go ahead and unpause, because now it's time to get to work on the terrain. So in terrain, we're going to go down here, and we're going to go into push. Now, I want the water to be relatively close to where the guests can see it, but not so close that it's, like, obnoxious to the tapir. So we're going to go ahead and go like that. That might be a little much. Okay, we're going to go for a long and skinny one. Might be too much as well. Let's go ahead and... That amount should be nice. Let's go ahead and fill that with calm water. And then let's go ahead and see what our requirements are hitting. So, terrain. Land area is at 12142 and 4467. Alright, and for the tapir, yeah, we're well within what we needed for the tapir. They have a nice large environment here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go here, edit barrier, select the whole barrier, because the tapir does not actually need it to be super high. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to lower it to about 4 feet so the guests can see over it. Don't worry, this is not going to stress out the animal. It's not going to put anybody at risk. There we go. It's nice and low so guests can easily see over it, but the tapir is safely contained. I'm going to go ahead and close out that. Right now they're still in quarantine, so next we're going to go into habitat. We're going to reset the filters, go, and then we're going to go down here to Bear's Tapir. First, we're going to start with our hard shelter. Of course, we're going to go with the Asia shelter because we have a theme. Oh, let's go ahead and get that real quick. Here we go. East Asia. So we need a shelter. This is another quite large shelter. But I don't know, maybe a small one would be fitting for the bears, for the tapirs. No, it's better to give them their space. Let's go ahead and give them their space. And now, because this one is so secluded, I'm not super worried about, like, guests seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and point it this way. Oh, that reminds me, I actually have to go over here into facilities, utilities, reset. And then I'm going to go and actually get a water treatment. Because that way the animals' water stays safe and clean, and that way the water is like, they can get sick off of untreated water, so it's important that we get that taken care of. Alright, so that's taken care of. Next, what we're going to do is we're then going to go back into habitat and get things taken care of. What we're going to do is we're going to reset the filters, go ahead and go back to the species, go back to Barrett's Sapir, and I'm going to go ahead and give them leaves as bedding. I think they prefer that more. There we go, that looks nice. And now we're going to go to food and water. So they need a large feeding trough. So again, we're going to go ahead and put one back here by them, but we're going to go ahead and put another one. Because guests aren't in the habitat, I'm actually going to put one really close. That way they have the option. And because we have treated water, we actually don't need to put a water bowl down. Now we're going to go ahead and grab some enrichment items for them. Ooh, we have a nice tamarind scratching tree. I'm sure they're going to love that. And go ahead and get you as well. Type you back there. And let's go ahead now and get our oh, we need to make sure our staff gets in, so we're going to hire actually an additional keeper and an additional vet, and get those both on entrance, and then add entrance to the work zone. Add this to the entrance work zone. And I'm going to go ahead and put that as well. So there we go, we've got that on, and now we're going to go ahead and put you on the entrance. Put you on the entrance. Okay, staff. Is anybody feeling particularly over or underwork? Okay, the vendors are getting kind of stressed out, so we're going to go ahead and throw down 2 more vendors. Go ahead and put you poor guys down. And we are going to go ahead and go back into work zones and get them in guest facilities so that they can help take some of the load off. Next, we are going to put the tapirs in because they are ready. So, Shikonahul and Ahuzadi. I'm sorry, I might have to change your name. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put you in the tapir habitat. And now we have some keepers on the way to take care of our good boys and girls. Okay, so now they'll be coming in and we'll be able to go in and check and be like, okay, so is this good grassland? Like, do you want this kind of nature? Hi! Oh, aren't you gorgeous? Very big. You guys are a lot bigger than I thought. You two seem to be fused. There we go. Alright, healthy. And we're gonna go ahead. Oh, we don't have access to grade 2. Oh, there's not enough feeders? Are they empty? Oh, it's full. It's not empty. But there's the feeders. Okay, so they like the water though. Let's go ahead and check up on the enrichment. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so their toy enrichment is well taken care of. So let's go ahead and get some food enrichment. What do they have? Ooh, a forage box. Forage boxes are great. And let's go ahead and get them... Let's go ahead and get them a large barrel feeder, because I think these are hilarious. Go ahead and take those guys. Do that there. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take care of their education needs. Now, we can't put out a speaker, because currently there's a speaker across the road, and it's a bit... and it would cause them to compete. However, we are going to put out one of these. And I am later on going to go put one of these up, but right now I'd actually rather get the donation box ready. Okay, and the small children cannot see. So we're actually going to go ahead and edit this barrier, just a little section of barrier, so like the small children can see. Go ahead and just make that all one-way glass. So the guests can see the animals, but the animals can't see the guests. Oh no, I wanted that. Oops, what'd I do? Ooh, they think tickets are underpriced. So whatever I do whenever I get like a, oh, guests think tickets are underpriced, I just raise each ticket price by $2. And that way it you know, leans into that, but it doesn't like overthrow what the guests are willing to pay. Go right over here, go to this, and set this to the tapir. Now, one thing I have to do is, now we're getting a couple of animals that I'm not super familiar with, so we're going to have to do that. We're going to go ahead and set you to 5. So now, what we're going to do is then we're going to go here into zoo, go into vet research, and we need to go ahead and research the tapir, because I don't have anything for the tapir. Oh, and I'm going to see Azadi and Azuhati and okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and edit your name. Azuati. There we go. I can pronounce that way easier. And now where's your boyfriend? What's he up to? Go ahead and get you a name. Chico Hoodie? I'm just gonna end up calling him Chico, I know it. But that's a little better. Alright, and let's go ahead really quick and switch the mechanic to be every month, and the vet to every 3 months, because otherwise they're not gonna get well taken care of. Alright, and so, with that in, let's go ahead and get these walls built back up, get some decorations in the tapir habitat, and I think that will be a great place to stop. But let's go ahead and get those things taken care of real quick. I'll be right back. Uh-oh, I just realized something. They have a brush requirement, and that's not being met. That won't do. We gotta take care of that. Oh, and they need long grass. They need less long grass and more soil. I got you. They also need coverage. So these are from South/Central America, and they live in temperate grassland and tropical. So we're gonna have to go into nature and actually change our filters. We're gonna go continent, South/Central America, and we're going to go grassland because that's kind of where we're living right now. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab things. So we have this oil palm. Ooh, we're going to go ahead and put some reeds here by the riverside. Make things nice and comfy for our tapirs. Let's go ahead and put in a nice... Ooh, there's a nice strip right here too. Go ahead and take that. Now let's go ahead and add in some palm trees. Go ahead and put these over back by their huts so they can feel safer and more secluded. Now there's this bush willow tree here that is not part of their habitat. I just need to move it out of the way so it's not in their habitat. Their coverage. They need more planted tree coverage. Well, my friend, I can definitely do that for you. Oh, they have... Oh, you are a beautiful tree. I am, however, going to put you towards the back, because that way the guests can still, see you. Oh, how is that? Oh, that's perfect. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you guys have nice secluded areas now. Okay, nutrition. Last meal quality was pretty good. Everything basically is at 100. That's amazing. How are my favorite peacocks doing? Oh, and we got some research done too. I wonder, did we learn anything good? Can we switch them over to a higher quality food? Because I really would like them to be on. We can! Grade 2 food quality! Woohoo! Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add in our foliage here, and we should be good. So what we can do... Let's actually go... I just had a thought. Let's go ahead and add something fun here for the tapirs. So there's actually something called a talk point. So what we can do is, because we have a low thing here, we can actually go ahead and put down a talk point. We're going to go ahead and set it for the tapir. And now what we have to do is we have to go ahead and hire ourselves an educator. So we're going to go ahead and find ourselves just an educator. We just need the one. And now we're going to go ahead and edit the entrance work zone. Because then we can go ahead and put that. And now, when we back out, we can go ahead and add Naomi to the entrance. And now, she can actually give talks on the Baird's Tapir. Now let's go ahead and go back over here and go into centerpieces. Set it for East Asia. And let's go ahead and get a couple of these. Get a couple of these absolutely adorable red pandas. Go ahead and make that look cute. And now let's go ahead back over to nature. And we can add some flowers. Let's go ahead with these cornels because they're nice and inoffensive. They're gonna look nice. And then we can go ahead and put these, I don't know, goldenrod looks kind of raggy. Why don't we go ahead with but the twin flowers. The twin flowers are nice, and we can get some of the smaller 2-meter one. Alright folks, so I think this has been a really successful day at the zoo. So we not only do we have a couple of nice exhibit animals set up here right at the entrance, we also have this great little guest area set up over here. We have our ever popular and ever expanding flock of peacocks, and now we've just added the tapirs here to the zoo. So honestly, I'm really happy with the way things have turned out. Look, there's food. She's hoping to lure the tapirs. I wish her luck with that. They're not super, talky. Anyway. So, yeah, I think this has been a really great day at the zoo, and I look forward to coming back with you all. Let me know if there's anything, in particular you'd like me to see. You'd like to see, adding a specific kind of animal, or going with a different theme. I really am excited to explore with making all sorts of interesting and unique... Wait, we can't go just yet. One of our babies is about to grow up. Oh, that was cool. It's like magic. Now don't breed with your dad. Anyway, this has been a great episode. I look forward to seeing you again. And until next time, this has been Sam, aka Dracona, and have a lovely day.